Hello! Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Just putting together a few things and making myself a coffee. But we're live. We're going to be talking about what to do when we lose focus. I was having to think about what topic I should talk about in this week's live training, and I got a bunch of videos on my list. And I just thought, you know what? Scrap all of that. First of all, I'll ask you guys. And then I had a thought. I'm like, what am I hearing a lot lately? And it's that people are struggling to become focused again when they lose focus. This video is not about how to become focused, although we will look at the the fundamental processes that help us be focused when I'm talking about how to find it again. But this video is more about you've lost focus. Maybe you had a really bad week. Maybe you got financial troubles. Maybe you're starting a new business and you've got so many things you need to work on, and the focus has completely disappeared. You're not motivated anymore. You're not setting your sights on your goals anymore. Everything has just fallen by the wayside. This video will give you the steps, the things you need to do, the steps you need to take to become focused again in your life. So I'm just going to stay here for a little bit, just while a couple of people come on. If you're watching this on the replay, any questions, any thoughts, any queries, anything that you're dealing with at the moment, chuck them in the comments, and I will come back in here and I will respond to those, answer them all in full. And if you've got any ideas for the next training video, definitely put that in the comments as well. Okay, so everyone must be doing stuff at the moment. So I'm just going to get stuck into it. All right, we're going to talk about how to be focused when you lose focus. What it is that you do when you've lost focus and you know you've lost focus. You've lost it. You're starting to panic. You're starting to get anxiety, whatever it is, throughout your day. The problem is you're not focused on your goals anymore. Okay. So this is what you do when that happens. The first thing you need to do is you need to reconnect with your goals. Okay, in module one, we talk about how important goals are for us to actually achieve something. Okay, I got you all to listen to Earl Nightingale's half-an-hour audio, which is an amazing piece of work by Earl Nightingale, and he talks about how without goals, without any direction in our life, we have no idea where we're going. And if we have no idea where we're going, that can be synonymous with being unfocused. Right? If we don't know where we're going, if we're confused, if there's a lot of chaos, that's the epitome of not being focused right there. Because there's so many different things. Do I look at this? Do I look at that? Am I trying to do this? Am I trying to make this much money? I don't know. That's why we get clear on our goals. Earl Nightingale talks about, Taza, what's happening, brother? Earl Nightingale talks about how if a ship has a clear destination, the captain, the crew, everyone on board is working towards that singular goal, getting the ship from the harbor to the harbor at the port destination. Without a destination in mind, it's never going to get to that destination because it doesn't know where it's going. They're going to leave the harbor and the boat's just going to float around. The same thing happens when we're not clear on our goals. Okay, so if you're losing focus, just starting my day, epic, Taza, mate. If you have any questions or thoughts, put them in the comments while I'm talking here, man. If you've lost focus, you need to ask yourself, are you connected with your goals? Are you clear on what it is that you're trying to do? What is your purpose for getting up in the day? Earl Nightingale also says this. He goes, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. How successful are you showing up as? Are you showing up as a successful person? Have you got a clear goal? Are you working towards that goal? Because if you don't have that clear goal in mind, if you're not working towards it, that's going to bring on that anxiety. That's going to bring on that confusion, and that's what's going to cause you to be unfocused. Okay, so when you find yourself anxious, confused, unfocused, this is what I want you to do. You should have listened to the goal setting workshop in module 1, video 2, and at the end of that, I got you to write down everything that you explored in that workshop. What I want you to do, if you find yourself to be unfocused, is to go find that piece of paper. If it's not hanging up on your wall, if it's not next to your computer, go into your files, go into your documents, go find that piece of paper. If you didn't write that piece of paper, or if you lost it, do the workshop again. And when you have that piece of paper, look at it, read it, and connect with it. We want to reconnect with our goals. If we've lost focus, the first thing you need to do is reconnect with your goals. This is what's going to happen. By doing that, we get clarity on what we're doing. We get clarity on why we're getting up in the morning, why we're working towards whatever we're working towards. It gives us clarity. It gives us a reason to get up in the morning. It gives us a destination to work towards. The key thing is clarity, people. Focus, being unfocused, it's all about chaos. It's all about anxiety. It's all about confusion. Clarity is the exact opposite of that. If we have clarity, we're clear in our goals, we know what we're doing, that's how we're going to get that focus back. We're going to be focused, we're going to be motivated, we're going to be full of energy. Speaking of energy, Chris Filato, what's happening, brother? Okay? So Chris, the only thing you've missed so far is that I said that if you're feeling unfocused, the first thing you need to do is go back to that sheet of paper where you've written all your goals from the goal setting workshop in module 1. And I know that you did that workshop, and I know that you wrote those goals down, and I know that you stuck them next to your computer. So if you're feeling unfocused, brother, the first thing you need to do is go back to that piece of paper, pull it out, have it in front of you, and have a read through it. Have a gander. But most importantly, reconnect with it on an emotional level. Why is it that your intuition delivered those goals to you in that workshop? Really dig deep. And that will help you get that clarity again. That will help you get that certainty again. I talk a lot about uncertainty and certainty. And again, being unfocused is just a form of uncertainty. It's a form of uncertainty. What we want to do is get you certain again. We want to go from being uncertain about your goals to being certain. That will bring the focus back. I really like that, so I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna do a video on that on my live feed. So, uncertainty is being unfocused. Epic. Okay, cool. So the second thing you do, right? Let's say you're feeling unfocused. You go find your sheet of paper with your goals on it. You read through it. You connect with it again on an emotional level, and you're still feeling something is missing. You're not super clear on what you need to do during the day. Maybe you're now clear on your goals, but you're not clear on what it is that you need to do. Okay, that's fine. Okay, because step 2, once you've had a look at your goals and you've reconnected with it, I want you to start doing more visualizations. Okay, I want you to visualize those goals, because what happens when you start visualizing those goals is that you send an energy out to the universe that says, universe, this is my intention. My intention is to achieve these goals. Okay? And by setting the intentions, hopefully you guys understand this concept now by watching module 1 and module 3, the manifestation module. By setting the intentions, you create opportunities for yourself in the physical world for those things to happen. So if you reconnect with your goals and you see, oh, okay, cool, I want to make 150 grand this year. Okay, cool, that I get it, but I don't even know where to start. I'm not feeling motivated. I'm not feeling focused. I don't know where to start. So what you do is you start visualizing you having the cash, you having already achieved $150,000 in revenue. And this is what happens when you do that. Your brain starts looking for opportunities on a subconscious level. Not only that, but you're pushing the energy out to the universe, and the universe will return to you the opportunities that you require. By setting the intentions, we create opportunities in the universe. So that's really important. We're clear in our goals, we start visualizing. Now, I'm hearing you, I don't know, I can't visualize. I'm just feeling so unmotivated at the moment. I'm feeling so unfocused. I can't just sit down and I can't do it. I can't close my eyes. I can't visualize. That's fine. Do a guided meditation. Go find my abundance meditation from module 6, the money module. No, it could be module 5, the money module. Go find that meditation. Okay, Urtaza, I'm gonna talk about that in 1 minute. So go find that meditation, the abundance meditation, and visual. Just do it. A guided meditation, a guided visualization, and that's all visualization is. It's a meditation, right? A guided meditation, so that you don't have to actually do it yourself. You don't have to be. It's the difference between going to the gym. Going to the gym and working out by yourself and going to the gym with a PT, it's telling you to do things. If you utilize my guided meditation, then you will have a good visualization experience every single time and you'll make the most out of it. Yes, it's going to be longer. It's going to be 20 minutes. It's not just going to be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you decide to do if you do it by yourself. But you will get more out of it if you have that guided meditation there. If you have me in your ear telling you, all right, float above your body now. Yes, that's it. Feel that abundance. Feel that abundance. Having me there with you will help you get more out of the experience, and that will amplify the amount of energy you put out to the universe. That will give it back to you. Okay? So if you're not feeling the visualization, if you're not able to sit down and just focus on visualizing on the goals that you've created for yourself, do a guided meditation to set those intentions in your life, to create those opportunities for yourself in the physical world. Now, Ataza has put a comment in the comments for everyone watching this on replay. Ataza put a comment in just then saying, what is the difference between visualization and prayer? Dude, that's sick, man. Yeah, that's the whole idea. The guided meditation will make you super sleepy. So the difference between visualization and prayer is actually nothing. There is no difference. I have this conversation with a whole lot of my peers in the industry, and meditation, visualization, setting intentions, the law of attraction, it's the same as prayer. It's just that religion calls it one thing and I call it another thing. Coaches, personal development, people that follow the law of attraction, people that teach the law of attraction, people that follow Earl Nightingale, people that follow Joe Dispenza, prayer, visualization, it works in exactly the same way. We're just saying it in 2 different ways, right? So if you can imagine, if someone is unwell and their entire family is praying every single day for that person to be well again, what are they doing? They're setting the intention. They're setting the intention to the universe. Then the universe, call it God, call it whoever you want to call it Allah, call it Gishnu, call it whatever you want to call it. I call it the universe. The universe then returns whatever that intention is set by those people. Okay? There is no difference between prayer and meditation. Okay? That is what I believe. That is my my thought. It works in exactly the same way. It's exactly the same fundamentals. Okay? So, just to recap, so I said, if you're feeling unfocused, if you're feeling like you just haven't got the vibe, then if you're not feeling focused, reconnect with your goals. Go grab that sheet and have a look at what you wrote in that workshop. Have a look at what your intuition delivered to you as to what you wanted in those 5 key areas: money, relationships, business, health. What is it that you were actually trying to achieve, right? And then once you have that, start doing more visualization. If you can't do visualization, if you're not feeling the visualization, then do a guided meditation that I recorded and put in the course, the abundance one. It's going to help you find that level of abundance. It's going to help you start to manifest those things that you set in that goal setting workshop. Ataza, let's actually have a conversation about this, man. We'll talk over messenger after this, bro. It's a really interesting topic. I really, really like it. So this is what you do. Once you've done that visualization, what you need to do is you need to look at your routines. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? And are those actions aligned with the results you're trying to achieve? Okay. So if your goals, you've looked at your goal sheet and $150,000 for the year, that's what I want to achieve. Awesome. That's it. You start visualizing. I'm going to have $150,000 at the end of the year. I'm going to have $150,000 at the end of the year. Boom, 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 boom. Abundance comes in, abundance comes in, abundance comes in. Then we look at who we're being. Who are we showing up as? I talk about this in the routines module. What is our identity? Are we showing up as the person that we need to be to actually achieve the goals that we're trying to achieve? If we're not showing up as the person we need to be, how can we expect to be focused? How can we expect to be motivated? So that's what we need to do. We need to look at our routines. We need to look at what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Is that the person we need to be to actually achieve those goals? Again, I talk about Earl Nightingale a lot here because he's so relevant when it comes to focus and achieving goals. But he talks about, and that thought has just left my mind. It's gone. What was I going to say? Oh, so having a goal is one thing, but then you need to start working towards it. If you are progressively realizing your worthy ideal being your goal, and you're progressively realizing it, meaning you're acting, you're doing things, then there's no way that you can't achieve it. You set the intention, you do things, it's going to happen. That's just the law of the universe, the law of attraction. Okay? So we look at our routines. Are we sleeping in until 11 o'clock in the morning? Are we playing on mobile games, all day long? Are we watching TV at 3:30 instead of, calling new clients? Are we procrastinating and just, hanging out with mates instead of getting some work done? We need to look at our routines. What are we doing on a day-to-day basis? Is that the kind of person I need to be to achieve the goals that I need to get? This process will help you find that focus and motivation again, because you'll be changing your actions. Therefore, you'll be changing the way you think. Hey, Taza, what do you think about that, brother? Talk to me, man. What do you think about the idea of looking at our routines and the fact that our routines have such a large correlation with what we do, like our results, basically? Who we are, who we show up as is a complete reflection of our results. Okay? So that's what we need to do. We need to avoid distraction. Like I said, if there's distraction in our routine, if we're doing things, if we're procrastinating, this is why we're unfocused, is because we're allowing those things in. As soon as we allow those things in, that becomes part of our energetic release, whatever you want to call it. And those are the results that we get reflect that. We need to look at our routines and get rid of all of the distractions. Okay? Now, if you do all of that and you're still feeling unfocused, and I 99% guarantee if you do those three things, you will not feel unfocused. If you reconnect with your goals, do some visualization, and have a look at your routines and change your routines, then you will be focused again. But maybe 1 out of 100 people won't be focused again after doing those three things. So this is what you need to do. You're clearly overworked. You're clearly burning the candle wick at both ends, as they say. You need to take some time for yourself. The best thing to do when you're feeling unfocused is to hit the reset button. And the way we hit the reset button is not by trying to push the focus back into our life. It's not by trying to push the focus back into our life. It's by going, you know what? I'm going to take a day for me. And that's what you need to do. You need to have what I call a you day or a me day. You need to have a me day. Now, what is a me day? A me day is literally doing something that you love and even planning a whole day of things that you love and just doing it for you, by yourself, not with your partner, not with friends, spending a day with yourself. Okay, if we think about relationships, if we think about intimate relationships with our partners, We need to fill the cup every now and then. We need to do something with our partner, take them out for the movies, take them on a trip away, take them out to dinner, something. We need to be doing stuff with our partner so that that level of energy between the two of us remains high. It's no different with ourselves. We have a relationship with ourselves. And if you're feeling unfocused, and even after doing all that stuff I just talked about, you're still feeling unfocused, there's clearly a disconnect between you and yourself. And you need to go hit the reset button. You need to have a day for you. You need to fill the cup, and you need to, we need to chill. Oh, you need to go into it with the mindset of, I appreciate myself. Okay? Go into it with gratitude, go into it with appreciation in mind, and enter this me day thinking, thank you, me, for everything that you do for me. This is my way of saying I love you. Just enjoy it. Taza, I think you and I talked about this in our session last week. We talked about how maybe you need a you day. Maybe you need to just take some time for yourself, you know, to hit the reset button. Because I'll tell you what happens at the end of it. You know, by the end of it, sorry guys, hey Winnie, chill out. Chill out. Okay? By the end of it, you'll be feeling recharged, re-energized. Okay? You'll have the energy back. You'll be clear on what it is that you want to do, especially if you've done these 3 things before your you day. Throughout the you day, just let thoughts come to your brain. Stay away from your phone as much as possible. Stay away from your phone as much as possible. Don't even have your phone on you. Just have a day where it's you and yourself. Maybe have a notepad, write notes, go into the park, do some visualizations, some meditations. Take some time for you. Okay, I'll tell you what I do. So my me day, whenever I need a me day, and it happens maybe once a month, where I need to just hit the reset button, I take a train into the city in the morning. I go get breakfast at the place that I love getting breakfast, which in Melbourne, if anyone's been to Melbourne, is DeGrave Street, just near Flinders Street Station. Get breakfast there. I sit outside at one of these nice tables, get brekkie, have a coffee, stay away from my phone, maybe have a notepad, write some ideas. Then I walk through the city to the other side of the city where there's a big shopping centre called Melbourne Central Station. And then I chill in there for a couple of hours, do some shopping, spend some money on myself, pamper myself. Maybe I'll get a haircut, get my beard trimmed, something, just like do it for me. Then I'll go see a movie. I'll pay to see a movie and I'll do it by myself. This is so important. And even if you're not feeling focused, this is something that you should do anyway, just to hit the reset button. But I'll tell you what happens at the end of it. The next day or the next couple of days after you get back to work, you will be feeling fresh. You'll be ready for work again, and you'll be wanting to dominate because you release the valve, release the pressure. If you can imagine, you know, a valve, like a valve, a chimney with the steam coming through it. You need to release the steam so the steam goes out. But once it does, you can close the valve again. That's fine. But until you do, the pressure builds up. The valve's doing this, and the thing's about to explode. You know, so what you need to do is give yourself some time. Okay? And that's it. So, just to recap, first thing you need to do, reconnect with your goals. If you haven't done the goals workshop in module 1, you got to do that. You just got to do that. And at the end of it, you'll have a piece of paper with all your goals on it. And I want you to look at that. So the first thing, if you're feeling unfocused, look at that piece of paper. Look at it, reconnect on an emotional level with those goals. And go, oh, okay, this is why I do what I do. This is what I'm trying to achieve. Okay? Second thing, start visualizing. Okay? If you're having trouble visualizing those goals mentally, then do it with some guided meditations. And I have created one myself. It's in the course. It's in module 5, the money module. Go into that. Go find the meditation. Download it. Listen to it. That's going to help you. Start setting the intention to the universe that I want to create these results for myself, okay? Then have a look at your routines. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So start setting the intentions in your life and acting on them. Act, become who you need to be to get the results that you desire, okay? Routines. And if you still have a no luck, which I guarantee at that point you will have your focus again, but if you still have a no luck, have a you day. You obviously need it. Pamper yourself. Take some time. Enjoy it. And guys, also just know that you have me, okay? If you go through all of that and you're still struggling, or even if you get to the point where you need to have a me day, just hit me up in a private message. Just go, Josh, I'm really struggling with focus. I could really use your help, and I'm here for you, okay? That's the whole point of this academy, is I want to be here for you guys. It's all about results. I want to help you get results. So let's do that. Let's work together. Let's support each other. And remember, even if you're feeling unfocused, that's not the end of the world. We can get you back on track, and we can start dominating again, okay? Thank you for showing up, Taza. I appreciate that, and Chris for a little while as well. Anyone else that watches this on the replay, and I hope more people do, because there was some absolute gold in this video. I hope people do watch it. Just hit me up in the replay. Comments, questions, thoughts, queries. Just hit me up, and I will come back in here and answer them as per usual. And just give me an update on what's going on with you guys, what's happening with the academy. There's a few new members coming in over the last couple of weeks. Sally, Michael, Andrew, who else? There's a few other people, Johan as well. A few people coming in. Really, really awesome. Guys, keep it up. You guys are all legends. I'm here for you. It's not the end of the world if you're not feeling focused. We can get there again. It's 2019. We're going to dominate this year. You guys are legends. We'll talk soon. I'll see you next week.